forced to take out a $250,000 loan to survive. And they gave those loans to everyone. Okay, but they were given by banks that then repackaged them and sold off that debt. And let me tell you, that's sitting out there in a whole bunch of CLOs right now. These are the only loans simultaneously that our SBA does not publish the metrics on for how many of them have defaulted. They handed them out like this. There was so much fraud that happened during COVID. And like, go to franchises, which I was a franchise. Franchisors used the SBA during that time like a money printing machine, including my favorite, always private equity-backed franchisors, forced us to
I don't know if you have this
They
problem.
were like, you will
Don't
take
you
out
just
these
hate
loans,
when
and
you
we will
like
keep
trip
paying
over
us.
your own
Well,
dick?
like landlords and stuff were giving us breaks, right? And
What do you say?
Don't you just hate when like you trip over your own dick? But I'm asking you a question, dog.
Yeah, dude, I hate it.
Yeah, dude. Big dick problems, you know what I mean? It's fucking annoying.
And so the SBA turned into a money printing machine. The banks were the ones that got to hand out all that cash, but it was guaranteed by the government. They knew that most of us weren't going to survive. The government is now paying off all those loans because they guaranteed the loans.
There's a lot of people you'll see on the DOJ. The DOJ is prosecuting people for COVID PPE loans and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was a trap the whole time. I was
for sure.
There's such a thing as free lunch. And so when this was going on, I was being advised by my legal team. They were like, "Hey, you should apply for these loans." And I was like, "Why?" And they were like, "Well, the government's giving it to everybody to make sure they stay afloat." And I was like, "We don't need it." And they're like, "You really should take it." I was like, "We don't need it at all." And they're like, I think it'd be smart." I was like, "Why are you telling me to take money I don't want and don't need?" No. And they were like, "Okay." I was creeped the F out.
Why were they telling you? Did you ever figure that out? Were they getting kickbacks or something?
No, I don't know. The argument made was, like, everybody's hurting right now. The money is available, and it can be forgiven. Use it to pay your staff. And I was like, my company's actually making money right now. I am not touching PPE loans. Goodbye.
The lobbyists fought so hard. There was so much advertising money poured into it, though, because this money was printed by the government and handed out by the banks, and the banks just got the money passing through, and they got all of these transaction processing fees. They made huge money, and I am guilty. I had to take the PPP loans. We were shut down for 17 months. We were not.
Listen to me. When it comes to cars, we do not mass produce carbureted engines. I'm not talking about lawnmowers. I'm not talking about dirt bikes.
Yeah, we haven't lost the technology for carbureted engines, which are still mass produced, which is my point. Large carbureted engines are still mass produced. Yes, sir. That is indeed correct. Especially diesel engines inside of oceans, especially.
Drone has found a bomb.
Carbureted engines are not.
Bro, don't mute me. That's bullshit. I wouldn't do that to you. You talked over me. I was in the middle of a point, not you.
Because you're not listening. You're not listening.
All right, I'll listen, and then you tell me when it's okay for me to talk. Okay, that's fair.
Great. Awesome.
10 seconds to insertion.
What I'm saying is this.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yes, carbureted engine.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Auto breach is out.
Oh. you got for dinner, dog?
Down to one friendly. All friendlies have been eliminated.
God damn. Fucking bitch.
Need to use
You
your drone
got
to locate
choice.
bombs.
These are still produced en masse in some cases, as far as lawnmowers, dirt bikes, small engines, a lot of them are still carbureted. Carbureted
Advise
engines
your drone
used
has
to be
located a bomb.
exclusive for automobiles. There was no fuel injection. It was, you take it as you get it. There was no EV, there was no fuel injection. You got a carbureted engine. Fast forward in time, there's no car manufacturer out there that mass produces carbureted engines. The
10
reason
seconds
why,
to insertion.
it's old, outdated tech. So yes, we still know how to produce a
Insertion in 5
carbureted engine
seconds.
big enough for it.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Swapping mags. Adrenaline surge incoming. Frag grenade! Adrenaline surge incoming. Throwing a frag.
One op 4 remaining. You must recover the diffuser.
Boosting
The
adrenaline.
diffuser is now secured.
Pillar.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Well, we're not going to play thing after?
Oh. I don't want to keep my PS5 on.
Be advised your drone has located a bomb.
Very good, my friend. You'll get the platinum tonight, dog.
Insertion in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Starting shot. Drone up and running.
Oh god.
Reloading.
It's not balls. It's a cheat. It's all. Yeah.
One op 4 remaining.
Activating adrenaline surge.
Yo, bro, go planes.
Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the diffuser. Op 4 eliminated.
Nice, guys. Nice run.
It's not very nice, dog.
Car, a V8 carbureted engine, yes, we could still produce it. Do we still mass produce it? No.
Yeah, because
There's a reason
because
for
there's no
that.
use, but there's always been use to go to the moon and man moon missions. Let me play. Can I play the
my
Pettit
God.
clip for you?
Andrew, what
Gee.
was the use? What was the use to go to the moon in 1972?
For R&D, research and development, for the
What
purposes.
specifically of? What research and development?
Well, so for one thing, if you were to mass produce, or not even mass produce, but if you were to build a ginormous telescope on the moon, that would give you way more insight into how the galaxy worked, because you would have a
Scientific
completely new prism from which to judge these things. There's all sorts of scientific. Hang on. Am I allowed to make a case now? I just listened. You won't listen to me back. Okay, so I did. I listened to everything you said. I didn't cut you off at all.
Because if you will buy me the moon.
Yeah, can I make a response though? Is that okay? Or... Okay, great. So here inside my response is like, you are incorrect. We do still mass produce carbureted engines. The technology's not gone away. Nobody lost it. Hang on. Can I finish, please? Can I finish? Why is it that you can cut me off, but the second I do that to you, you get upset?
That's why I said it 10 times now.
Yeah, can I make a response?
5 seconds
Why
left.
can I not make a response? Why will you not allow me to speak?
Damn.
Yeah, please, let me just respond, and then you can respond back. You're just coping. You just monologue, bro.
Jammer ready.
Shiba deployed. Surface secured.
Oh, you can go inside that bunk bed? I never knew that.
Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it.
Not many bunk beds are made out of steel.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Mr. Rogers. Ho ho ho.
Friendly victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
I'm asking for 2 minutes to make my case.
Go ahead.
So anyway, so yeah, look, we never lost the technology for carbureted engines. Yes, they are still mass produced. Yes, there's still tons and tons of value in having carbureted engines, including in mini vehicles, especially for military applications. And when it comes to, ocean faring, especially carbureted engines are something which are very, very useful, especially in diesel. When you're talking about technology which would take us to the moon, that would be technology which would be a matter of national security as well, especially staying on top of it. Going to the moon multiple times as technology is progressing, the amount of scientific research that you can do by continuously having a manned mission to the moon for the purposes of experiments and low gravity. Also, I could think of a million applications for why it would be that you wouldn't just abandon the tech to go to the moon, especially now in modernity, 2025, we can't seem to get back. That's crazy to me. Manned? No, not manned. Exactly, not manned.
Down to 5 seconds.
No, they can't.
Bomb located by Op 4.
Yeah, what do you...
Deploying welcome mat.
Yoink.
Swapping mags! Swapping mags!
Op 4, last stop standing. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
just said was not factual. Probes cannot do the same thing humans can do.
I want to ask you a question. They can do all the research that they can.
No, they can't.
So,
yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Is this how old are you?
Andrew, I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
Yeah, I can demonstrate this in minutes. I can literally demonstrate that a human component is always going to be better at setting up experiments than a probe. Always going to be better.
That's a really good game.
Person. There's almost no situation I can even think of where that's not the case.
Do you know what current probes are doing as far as drilling?
What?
Photographing and all of that, the amount they drill, the amount of sediment they collect, while simultaneously taking thousands of pictures.
Sure.
You can do all that.
Sure, those are
I don't even know, man.
robotics functions. That's fine.
Without food. So
yeah, but they can only do limited scoped things. Human beings can do expansive scoped things.
Again, hold on, Andrew. Just listen. So we have a probe. We have a probe. We have a module up there. It's Blue Ghost. They landed on the moon just about a month ago. It's taking sediment samples. It's drilling like very deep into the surface of the moon while taking pictures, while collecting sediment, and it works
W.
24/7. It's been going since it landed.
We ban Thatcher here, right?
That duration while doing all these tasks at the same time.
Okay,
That's
but
my whole
human
point.
having human observational
Ban
oversight
Thatcher, ban Thatcher.
on an experiment,
Well, we
especially
do.
in
It's
per
just
hang
here
on,
on Earth.
dude, let me make the case. Especially in person is almost always going to be better because humans can do a multitude of tasks. Robots are always going to be confined in task, always confined in task. Human beings are not confined in task.
How are robots confined in tasks?
Because robots, in order to get them to do something, you have to program for specific functions, and they can't really compensate external to those functions, whereas human beings can, especially for isolated experiments.
Yeah. So do you know what code changes are?
What's a code change?
So, for example, when we're talking about like on Mars, we have a rover currently, and that rover every month we send a new program to it.
Sure.
And this program updates for all of the
God
errors that it
almighty.
made, updates for all of these things.
You'd
And
find that in
that's-
food industry robots too.
constantly-
Sure.
So that's constantly changing.
Yeah,
to
but
adapt for an
it's
environment.
limited to the confines of the hardware, what the hardware can do.
Andrew, humans are life or death. We, like, if you think about this, if you make an error in an assumption of, oh, how long can I be outside of the habitat? That is
Yeah.
death. You die because of that. A robot doesn't.
Yes, I understand. However, in the spirit of explorers especially, many explorers are more than happy to take such a risk for the purpose of scientific endeavors. We always have been. And the
Also,
fact of the
Andrew,
matter
this
is
is
that
so
the fact of the matter is that robots themselves are very confined
the bomb.
into the tasks that they can do, whereas humans are not.
Well, I disagree with the basic. This is so
You can't really disagree with that.
but I actually really can. But Andrew, I'd like to ask you a question.
Evil eye exploit.
Well, I think that there was a multitude of reasons for it. One was that we went across unity. Another was that Reagan was
Op
playing
4
a
has
gambit
located a
with
bomb.
the
Plan your defenses accordingly.
where he was essentially saying that he had a nice laser system inside of outer space to shoot down Soviet missile systems.
Reloading mag.
That was part of the gambit of that.
10 seconds remaining.
So this was part of the Cold War fight.
5
It was
seconds
also
to insertion.
part of, I think, scientific exploration. There was a
Op
multifaceted
4 has located a bomb.
thing.
Be ready for hostile action.
So you actually think it was used for scientific exploration, but would you say that Star Wars and USSR are just military above the task of scientific research?
Yeah, I think national security generally.
Oh damn, they got taken over. All right.
Swapping mags.
Op 4, last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated.
Good job.
Mission successful.
trumps it unless the scientific research itself is what is considered the national security itself.
The scientific research is okay. So yeah, notice how
Hold on, something off topic real quick, Cartman. Dude, this is the first live I've had that I'm getting literally flooded with fucking bots.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm checking these fucking people that are commenting, their bot accounts. Not all of them, but a good portion of them. It's fucking weird. I've never seen this happen before. I know this is besides the point, but
It's alright. I mean, you got 50.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected. Op 4 has found a bomb.
Rephrase that, so I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying.
The amount of research done physically is incomparable to the amount of research to get to the moon.
That would only be the case in the early stages, right? Like all exploration.
10 seconds.
Yeah, but that would be trivially true in all cases of exploration. Research necessary for the exploration.
Op 4 has located a bomb. One Op 4 remaining.
The fuck?
Changing mag.
Friendly victorious. Hostile eliminated.
To even happen to begin with is always going to be greater than returns at first. It doesn't matter what you're destroying. The ocean, atmosphere, whatever it is, it's always going to be trivially true that you're going to put more research into getting there than you're going to get out of it until X point happens.
Ties to it perfectly. Then if it was scientific research we were going after, why did we stop going?
Why did we stop for the Apollo? So the official reasoning for I'll give you the official reasons.
That the first one is the one you think was fake, and the rest of them you think were real. Okay.
No, I'm not sure that all of them were, but I'm sure that we've had at least some manned missions which did indeed go to the moon. Yes, especially in the later Apollo.
Secure the area. Keep the
that would
bombs
have been much
protected.
harder to fake.
I'm assuming you do that so that you can get the fact that there's.
Why are you lying, Eddie?
You're talking about you can't go outside right now and use a laser to bounce them off those panels. You actually have to use a special laser to do that. Just so you know. Yeah. So don't say you can just walk out with a laser because you can't. That's fake news.
No, but what you can do is go to the observatory and you can do it. That's the thing.
Down to 10 seconds.
No, you don't have the money to buy that.
Yeah,
5
exactly.
seconds.
But that's my whole point. My whole point is
Plan
not
accordingly.
that they've been successful.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
My point is that I follow evidence.
took so long to walk out of. One's on 5 ping. Oh, Master Cam's getting hacked. He got hacked.
But deployed. Surface secured.
One's in dirt. I'm watching this Maestro Cam.
Loading new mag.
Damn, dude. Fucking only one person died so far.
Barrier deployed.
One's blue, one's dirt.
Position secured.
On 5 ping. Left side of the door. Back on the right.
Changing mags.
He's just quick peeking on 5.
One op 4 remaining.
On 5 still.
Seconds. 10 seconds.
In here. Anything in that corner? Oh, not yet.
5 seconds to go.
Anything in that corner? Anything in that corner?
You've reached the time limit.
That's right, and there seems to be significant enough evidence to doubt the first. All I have to do is doubt.
Let me just. Hold on, Andrew. Let me just ask you this. So, just so we're clear, you do believe that men have been on the moon?
Yes.
Okay, so all right, what is it then? What is the biggest thing? I guess I would put it. Let's just try to kind of just clear it out. Like, what would you say is the biggest piece of evidence that you have, or the biggest belief you have, whatever it may be, that makes you not believe we went in '69?
Yeah, so this is a great question. So the first is, I went through and I tried to find any of the actual drafts for the original equipment used. You can't find it anywhere.
We need to locate a bomb.
NASA's official explanation for this is that essentially they just ditched all the files because they became useless, which is insane to me. Right? You can't find any of the, in other words, any of the equipment stats laid out in diagram form like you would any basic machine. You can't find that anywhere. That's insane. Like that's crazy to me that you can't actually find those.
When you look at like the photography, and does that ring any bells to you, or are you kind of okay with that? Because a lot of
10 seconds before insertion.
Photographers all around
Why
the
are
world,
why are you changing the subject
5
here
seconds.
to photography?
Hold on. I wanted to add this. And I
You must locate and defuse a bomb. located a bomb.
Deploy track stingers. Drone deployed.
You must recover the diffuser.
Damn.
I hear someone in construction, I think.
One friendly operator remaining. The diffuser is now secured. The diffuser is no longer in your possession. All friendlies have been eliminated.
Forgot to, because the reason why I say this is because it's like 99% of the people I talk to on this topic bring up the
Yeah, I'm not
photography. So
them. Can you contend with my points instead?
I just want to know your opinion on that. We can go right back.
I don't care. It's irrelevant. It's not part of the evidence body that I'm presenting to you.
So Andrew, I just looked it up, and the limb module.
I'm gonna bring smoke so I can plant.
1969. Okay, and then also the.
Go to Calais to get the bandits.
Available.
That's
And
incorrect.
Those
So-
are just surface level searches.
Yeah. So pull up the limb module schematic. Do it.
So just so we're clear, you have absolutely no
You can
opinion
use your
on the
drone to locate a bomb.
Yeah, I don't think that it's pertinent to the arguments that I'm making for why I have doubt.
Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm just asking. This is separate. I'm not trying to pivot. It's just a simple question. Do you think the photography is real, or do you think it's like Hollywood studio?
I don't
Drone
think
has
it's, I
located
don't
a
think it's
bomb.
important to the body of evidence I'm presenting.
You want me to bring smokes?
Cali for the wall denial.
I don't have Cali. I
10 seconds.
I'll never buy it.
Yeah, smokes. Just bring smokes.
5 seconds before insertion. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Can you ash below and get the wall denial?
Drone's ready to go.
It's a Cade and it's up top. It's a Cade and it's up top.
There's
Up
two?
above.
Boosting a bit.
You must recover the diffuser. The diffuser has been secured.
So you think it's Hollywood Studios?
I literally didn't say that. You're just
It's
trying
just
to
weird
make
how
us.
you
You're
can't
trying to
answer a
create a
simple
straw man. I did answer it. It's not pertinent. It's not pertinent to the body of evidence which I am giving you. It's not
It
pertinent.
sounds like a cop out to me, but okay.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
simple
So
question,
do
and
you
it's kinda
understand
weird you can't answer it.
when you ask a person whatever my personal let's just say I had personal feelings about the
It's just
photography.
a lander. That's what he wants.
Alright, let's put this from a different point.
That-
What I'm fucking saying. because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
not
about
what you
Russian
said.
fucking
I
idiots.
said
I'm
that
talking
there's
about the
arms.
state.
I still think that there's arms of the Russian
give a
government
shit
who
if
do
there's
deny.
some-
It would have been thousands of dollars, guys. Honestly.
From you know that one. So suffocated and has been overheated. So you believe that the Russians told the truth? Why didn't the Americans?
Well, I think that now we're only talking specifically about the first Apollo mission, the
I mean, we're
manned
talking
Apollo
about-
mission to the moon.
We're talking about the space race in general, though. This
Well,
is
I
just
think
a
that both sides lied often during the space race itself. But if you're being specific about an event, in this case Apollo 11, there was good incentive for the United States to lie about it for sure.
Yeah. What about like Soyuz 1?
What's that?
Wasn't there incentive for Russia to expose us, though? How do you account for that?
I think that Russia was actually running counter propaganda, saying that it didn't happen at first.
They're not still saying that, though, right?
I mean, I think actually there are arms of Russia that still do say that. I just recently saw an article on this. Hang on, let me pull it up because I think that actually
that the official position of Russia is that we still did not.
that's
land on
not
the moon.
what you said, dude. You're changing
That's
what
exactly
you said.
What I'm fucking saying, because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
not
about
what you
Russia,
said.
fucking
I
idiot.
said that
I'm
there's
fucking
arms.
idiot.
I still think that there's arms of the
I
Russian
don't give a
government
shit
who
if
do
there's
deny
some
that.
idiot
Yes.
in Russia that thinks we didn't land on the moon, just like there's some idiot in the U.S.
No,
right
I'm
now
talking about
that thinks
official arms of the government that
We're
would say
talking
that.
about the government. If you can find something saying the official position of the Russian government is that we didn't land on the moon,
Yeah, but
then you
it
might have
wouldn't be the official,
Otherwise,
dude.
Otherwise, you have to account for
Oh my
why
God, this
our
guy.
greatest enemy would not expose us.
Ouch!
They did push back and say it was propaganda at first. That is the case.
Correct, at first. And if it was real, like if they could prove that we didn't do it, they would continue to say it, correct?
I think there are arms of that government who do say that. I'm
I don't
pulling
think
it
you
up
think a
now.
whole lot,
I recently read
Hey,
an article
Babs.
on this actually. So hang on, I'll pull it up first. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
find the official position of
That's
the Russian
dead. You're
government.
asking two different questions. I'm making
Am
a
I?
different
I don't think I
claim.
am, 'cause
I'm
I've been
making a
saying fucking thing the
different
whole time. I
claim
think
than
you
you're
just don't
making.
listen.
Making
I
a
think you're
different
trying to
claim.
shift what
I'm
I am trying to
well,
say.
I'm not making the same claim
Let me
you're
very
making.
clear. Let me clarify this, you fucking idiot.
Now I'm a
want to
fucking
know
idiot because I
if
just
the
want the claim made.
official- Yeah, I think you're dishonest.
Oh,
the
okay.
official position of the Russian government is that we did not land on the moon. That is how you would falsify my position.
Yeah,
So,
okay,
can you find
great.
something
I
that shows
never,
that?
but I
official position of the
did.
the
I
Russian
did, but I
government has
never
always
made
been
the
that you did
claim.
land on
I
the
never
moon
made
because
that
they
claim though.
literally intercepted the radio transmission before America even got it. Technically, Russia knew that America landed before America did.
What is Andrew's claim?
That he's dishonest. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
so
that's
my
turn.
claim was, so I'll explain the claim. It was really simple. That post Apollo 11, yes, the Russians did say it was faked. And to this day, I do think that there are official arms of the Russian government who also do claim that. I didn't say that's the official Russian position, only that's the arms in the Russian government that do claim that.
Absolutely not, because pieces were donated to their museum. They agreed that they landed, and they intercepted the transmission before America even got it.
I do have a question about a thing that was said earlier.
Okay, so this would be Russian official Dmitry Rogozin publicly expressed doubts about the public 11
It's
moon.
irrelevant. That's the same as you officially, denying that we land on
Am
the moon.
I a
No one
member of
gives
the government? I'm a member of the government.
You're irrelevant. The government
Yeah,
is made up
what's
of
my claim, though, sir?
What
My claim is that
matters-
there's
your claim
parts
is
of the
fucking
Russian government that still deny
You're
it, sir. That's
you're
my
attacking
claim,
a
sir.
Straw man. I don't give a
I
shit
can't
what
straw
some
man
man
my
Russian
claim, dummy. It's my fucking
My-
claim.
My
I
claim
can't straw man
that
my own
if we
claim,
didn't
dude.
land on- listen, Andrew. My claim, I'm going to make this very
Don't care
simple.
about your
If we
claim.
did not
We're talking about
land
my
on the
claim.
moon, the official position of the
Uh-huh.
Russian government would be that we did not land on the moon. Right?
Yeah,
Because we're-
yeah. Hey, doofus,
falsify
I
my
can't,
position, then you have to
I can't straw man.
by
Yeah.
finding specific
Yeah.
pieces because I don't give a
So-
fuck
so-
if Joe Schmo in
Yeah,
Russia
great.
thinks we land on the moon.
So again, I can't straw man my own claim.
Series, I still am kind of
10
behind you
seconds
going
before
into
insertion.
the event. I want to see a better rebound tomorrow against Minnesota.
5 seconds.
Yeah, what about
to go.
you, Duarte? What are your thoughts? I think you muted Chris.
Found a
Can't
bomb.
hear you.
Make your way to its location and defuse it.
you retarded?
Loading new magazine! Wszystko w porządku.
One friendly operator remaining. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
Of a bitch, sorry.
No, you're good.
Anyways, Miami, yeah,
They
they
need to
just
locate
didn't
a
look
bomb.
like they did the last couple of a week or the last week. I expected them to play better. They had, some close matches, but at the end of the day, Nettles, again, the story with him, just he's still not turning around the narrative. I thought that maybe he would because he looked phenomenal last weekend. But again, just kind of falling back to that crappy performance. Real, Rencor, again, the stars of the show for this team. No surprise there. He played all right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to keep up the consistency and that expectation that he had from the last weekend. But I think mainly the story here is
Insertion in
Phoenix.
10
That
seconds.
guy is fucking unreal. I picked him in my fantasy for a reason. I actually got 2
5
Toronto
seconds.
players and 2 Miami players here.
You must locate and defuse a bomb.
Setting up a sequential breach.
Bomb has been located.
Frag grenade hot! Activating surge!
Setting Selma.
You have dropped the diffuser. Op 4 last stop standing. Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Dude, I've been this tired in fucking 5 years.
locate a bomb.
So it's unfortunate that they had to go against each other and fight for my points. But you know, I'm not mad with the way Queens play, man. I love this Toronto team. I was a fan of them.
Push to talk, please.
Your name is Xavier Collins.
Yes.
When did you last see Cal Bradford alive?
I walked the president to his room when he turned in at 22:04.
Your drone has found a bomb.
When did you discover the body?
I knocked on the door at 8:01. That's when I found him lying next to his bed.
You were the last person to see Cal alive.
10 seconds to insertion.
No.
5 seconds to
Stream
insertion.
now on CTV.ca and the CTV app.
You've located a bomb. Make your way
I
to
think
its
that
location
Lego
and
won't
defuse
break.
it.
When the season started, I said that Beans would be criminally underrated because he now has good teammates, but Joe Deceives kind of stole.
Calling out in between gunfights, that's for sure.
Reloading ammo. Drone up and running.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession. The diffuser has been secured. You must recover the diffuser.
Replicator online. Gemini's offline.
The diffuser has been recovered. Op 4 last stop standing. Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Stole the show away from him, but I mean, Toronto, they look good.
Yeah. What about you, Pat? What's going on in Miami, Pat? What's happening over here?
I mean, this is the reason that it's hard for me to get like high on these guys, bro. They have someone who is literally so hot and cold. He's either the absolute overperform, you know, godlike in the lobby, or he's the worst player in the CDO. So I think it's going to be tough for Heretics to maintain any baseline with someone who's playing like that, who's just so up and down. But on the flip side, I mean, yeah, Toronto's looking good, and we talked about this before. Like, this is where you want to hit form, right? Like this kind of spring going into summer of the year, when you have these back-to-back
Secure the
major
bomb.
big events, and we get the champs, and obviously now EWC. But they look great. You know, I mean, I think they're right now. You know, obviously you're gonna say FaZe, but like from what we've seen, the front runners for winning this event. Based on the online what we saw. So yeah, they look great. Phoenix continuing to play at peak level, but yeah, just again, I don't know what Miami is supposed to do when they have somebody who's so hot and cold.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Toronto is when Kleenex and Joyce's are both playing well at the same time, like they're insane. Right? I think that's like the biggest thing. Like if
Loading your mark!
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
All set to defend the Meridian. Friendly, last operator standing. Op 4 is defusing a bomb. You need to disable their diffuser. Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
I actually think this can probably be a contender to winning Major 3 with the way that they're looking right now. And I think a lot of it just kind of rides off the subs. I still like seeing Insight hit a go button. We see glimpses of it, right, Sam? We talk about it in the watch party, where we see glimpses of Jamie like starting to pick up the pace and starting to get active more. I guess it's just kind of his role. I guess it's just kind of how he plays. But he's kind of been the same player for years now. But I generally think, do you guys think Toronto can win this event? I think they can win this event if they keep playing like this. They look.
Secure the bombs. Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defenses accordingly.
I press Banshee.
Down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
The wall's been reinforced! All set. Banshee deployed. Wall reinforcements are deployed!
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Shot a drone head on. It's out.
Down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Keep an eye out for Op 4 attempting to defuse your bombs.
Swapping mag. I dare you to come closer. I dare you. CCE ready. Secured the wall. I'm not done with you. Now you see me? Magazine.
Op 4 found a bomb. Must defend it. One Op 4 remaining.
Come on then. CCE shield ready. Reloading. Just you and me. I'm ready for you bastards.
Seconds left. Time expires in 10 seconds. Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Dude, like, how is he there? I thought we had two teammates there. That's why I didn't even think that I couldn't run back. So weird.
Secure the bombs.
Vulcan is ready. Use it if you have to. Vulcan is up.
bomb locations are secure.
Shield deployed.
Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it.
CCE ready.
Loading new mag!
Shields out. Shields out and ready. I'm ready for come and get it! Just you and me! Changing mag! You fucking muppet! I'm not done with you! Needles in position. Prepping needles.
Down to 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. 1 on 4 remaining. 5 seconds left. The time limit has been reached.
Look really good.
I mean, the only thing I will say for Toronto is that their control this split has been a little bit iffy. They did win one today, but they hadn't won either the previous matches. Obviously, the Boston one, I guess, a little bit of an asterisk.
Oh.
And I think, and I'm going through the math right now, I think they've only won. No, their S&D record, the split's also a little bit iffy, but they're like 6-1 at hard point. So I think the only thing is just continuing to bank on that respawn map pool and obviously try and win your key searches on land. But I kind of agree with everybody. Like, I think this Toronto team plays the way they play now. Plus, we saw the
need to
land from
locate
the
a
last
bomb.
event. I do think they can make a final. Could they win against the Thieves Era phase?
Yeah.
The map pool, I'm not sure, but I think these guys are capable of definitely getting there.
Yeah, what about you, Pat? You think Toronto can maybe win the event? I mean, do you think they have the potential to do so, or what do you think? Or do you think the other teams are just too strong, like FaZe and Thieves?
I think they have the potential, but it's like, can we rely on Phoenix to play,
Drone
and even
has found a
Joe
bomb.
to play at this level, like, through the whole weekend? I know that's not an insane thing to say, because it's not that many matches, but it's like, they really rely on these guys to be, you know, dominant as they've been the last few games. So,
10 seconds to
but yeah,
go.
I mean, I think they have the talent to do it. It's just, can they be consistent enough?
5 seconds to go.
Duarte, you got anything to add before we hop into maybe some clips here? This is the only series I really have some clips to take a look
Make
at.
your way to
So.
its location and defuse
Get
it.
custom. Drone ready.
Breach charge deployed.
Get out! Loading concussion!
4 last operator standing.
In cash.
Swapping mags.
Op 4 eliminated.
Yeah, me too.